Federal job cuts are underway as the Trump administration moves forward with the sweeping restructuring of the federal workforce. It's a plan that could impact hundreds of thousands of employees. This comes after a federal buyout offer was accepted by just 3.5% of workers, far fewer than expected. Now, the first round of cuts is targeting those still in their probationary period. It's a move union leaders call a blatant violation. Meanwhile, President Trump is pushing a new trade tariff plan he says will create fairer trade for the U.S., taxing imports at the same rate other countries tax American goods. But before those tariffs can take effect, the administration wants a full review of trade policies with more than 200 companies, as experts warn it could lead to higher prices for American families. Joining us live from Washington with more on both stories is Scripps News Group's Serena Marshall. Serena, good morning. The union representing federal workers is promising to fight this, but what are they saying about their next steps?
Well, Taylor, we can expect this will likely go into some kind of a litigation phase, but this impacts, according to some estimates, the new probationary employees of the federal government. It's about 220,000 as of March 2024. This OPM memo that went out said to dismiss all employees on a probationary period. Of course, it's up to their agencies in the end, but this is going to have wide-ranging impacts across not just the Washington, D.C. metro area, but the nation. And that's because 80% of federal employees reside outside of the metro D.C. area. In Louisiana, for example, there's 20,000 federal employees. Just by extrapolation there, you could expect this to hit about 2,000 in that state. Now, the union has promised to fight it. It'll likely end up in litigation, but some of the agencies we're hearing from that are being impacted are everything from the National Science Foundation, Housing and Urban Development. The Forestry Department, according to Politico, has released 3,000 employees from their ranks. That accounts to about 10% of their workforce. The VA had announced online that they dismissed 1,000 employees. That's far less a percentage of their workforce, but still going to be impacting hospital systems across the country that are part of the VA network. The Department of Education, even OPM wasn't exempt from this. They also had to dismiss employees in that probationary new hire period. So mostly this is hitting younger employees who are just starting out in their careers or new into the federal government system for less than 1 to 2 years. Taylor?
Yes, Serena, thank you. And this is happening as the administration also announces new trade tariffs. So what exactly can you tell us about that?
Yeah, those new trade reciprocal tariffs announced by the president yesterday. He said this is evening the playing field for the United States government. What they charge us, we're going to charge them, but they're not going into effect just yet. This is actually the start of that process. He wants a report from the agencies overseeing it, because there's more than 200 nations that the United States trades with, to see what those tariff reciprocity should be. But keep in mind, the United States is part of the larger World Trade Organization. Typically, this will have global impacts, because what one country charges one WTO member has to charge all WTO members. So when this will go into effect is likely going to be April. It might not hit all countries. The president could tailor this to each country specifically. It could be just a bargaining chip. He said yesterday that he wants to bring businesses back to the United States when discussing these tariffs.
How much money do you think you'll raise from tariffs on an annual basis?
That's the most interesting question. I think it'll be a staggering amount. It will be the external, I call it the External Revenue Service. That was a name that was devised by a few of us, but I think it's going to be a staggering amount.
Now, all of this is definitely a conversation that we're going to keep following, Serena. I want to thank you for explaining that for us this morning. We'll speak again soon.